Robots that sweat, flex, run marathons, and even throw punches. It sounds like the plot of a futuristic sci-fi film, but it's not. All of this has happened just this past week. We're now watching humanoid robots evolve in real time, and things are moving so quickly it's becoming hard to distinguish science fiction from reality. This isn't just some future concept, it's a technological leap that's happening around us, reshaping what we thought was possible with machines. From ultra-realistic androids built by clone robotics to robot boxing tournaments and full-fledged marathons featuring bots running beside humans, humanoid robots are now taking center stage. And whether it excites or terrifies you, one thing is clear. It's starting to feel a little too real. Let's begin with a name that's been buzzing across forums, social media, and robotics labs alike: Clone Robotics. This is the company that once shocked the world with a disturbingly lifelike robotic torso. But now, they've taken things several steps further. Meet Protoloney, their first full-body, musculoskeletal android meticulously engineered to mirror human anatomy. And we're not talking about stiff, jerky robotics here. This machine has a polymer skeleton that replicates almost all 206 human bones, modified slightly to accommodate functionality. But what really separates Protolone from the rest of the android crowd are its over 1,000 artificial muscles, known as myofibers. These aren't just wires and motors wrapped in synthetic skin. These myofibers are fluid-powered, inspired by the biomechanics of real muscle tissue. Think of the McKibben actuators used in prosthetics. Now imagine that, scaled up and integrated across an entire humanoid body. That's the level of engineering happening here. With this setup, the Protolone achieves a staggering 200 degrees of freedom, meaning it can bend, twist, and move in ways that look and feel eerily human. But the sophistication doesn't stop at muscle and bone. To interpret and react to the world around it, the Protolone is loaded with more than 500 sensors, depth cameras, pressure sensors, motion units, you name it. It's built to move like us, and more chillingly, to react like us. Now here's where things get even more surreal. Version 1 of the Protoloney doesn't have a face, just a black visor. Some tech enthusiasts find the design sleek, like something straight out of Ghost in the Shell. Others, they're creeped out big time. It's a faceless humanoid with fluid-powered muscles and a sensory system that can monitor its surroundings better than most humans. That alone should make you pause. But let's talk sweat. No, not metaphorical effort. Real sweat. The Protolone comes equipped with a water-based cooling system. That's right, it sweats to manage the internal heat generated by all those contracting fluid muscles. This isn't for aesthetics. It's a thermoregulation solution designed to keep the robot from overheating. If that doesn't blur the line between human and machine, what does? At this stage, Protolone can't stand or walk on its own yet. All public demonstrations have shown it suspended to maintain balance. Critics have been quick to label it a glorified puppet, especially considering it still requires a power cord for operation. Yet, even the skeptics acknowledge its groundbreaking focus on muscles rather than just motors. The potential here is massive. Jump over to Reddit and you'll find threads filled with comments like, "Westworld is becoming real," and "I don't want this thing folding my laundry at 3 a.m. Some are terrified, others are in awe, but nobody is indifferent. Clone Robotics claims their long-term goal is domestic utility. Imagine this thing cooking dinner, folding laundry, or vacuuming the house without needing constant human instruction. It sounds convenient, sure, but also slightly horrifying. Especially when you imagine a muscular, faceless robot wiping down your kitchen counters. That brings us to one of the big challenges: hydraulics. They are powerful but loud, expensive, and require serious energy. However, if these myofibers prove to be scalable and durable, we could be standing at the edge of a robotic revolution. One where fluid-powered humanoids perform household tasks better than we can. But humanoid robots aren't just becoming more domestic, they're becoming aggressive. Enter Unitary Robotics, a Chinese company preparing to host a bizarre yet revolutionary event, Iron Fist King Awakening. Sounds like an anime title, but it's actually a boxing match between two humanoid robots. Yes, seriously. The contenders? A pair of G1 robots, each just over 1.3 meters tall. Unitary released footage of the G1 robots sparring, once with a human opponent, and then facing off against each other. It's not smooth or cinematic yet. Their movements are clunky and awkward, but somehow still impressive. These bots can actually get up after being knocked down, which is no small feat in robotics. The challenge lies in reaction speed and balance. Real-time punch detection and dodge maneuvers are insanely difficult, requiring lightning-fast sensor processing and AI coordination. But Unitary isn't stopping. They're incorporating motion capture, teaching these robots dance routines and basic martial arts to improve motor control and adaptability.
Robots were also programmed to stop periodically for battery changes, recalibration, or assistance if they lost balance. Some like Tiangong Ultra impressed the observers by completing the entire race in 2 hours and 40 minutes with only 3 battery changes, showcasing advancement in robotic locomotion and stability. So something that has never happened before, as their humans seem to outrun when it comes to the robots at the Beijing Half Marathon, but all did not go smoothly as planned.
The boxing match is expected to stream live within the next month. There's speculation over whether they'll use the G1 model or upgrade to the taller H1 model, which stands a massive 1.8 meters. Will this be a turning point in robotic sports or a comedy show of robotic slapstick? Time will tell. Now brace yourself for the wildest update yet. A half marathon featuring humanoid robots. The 2025 Beijing E-Town Half Marathon will host over 30,000 human runners and a select group of humanoid robots. The distance? A full 21.0975 kilometers. That's not a quick dash. It's a real test of endurance and resilience. Of course, precautions are in place. There will be separate lanes and barriers to avoid any embarrassing robot-human collisions. These robots will follow their own timing systems, but the goal is clear. Test their endurance, adaptability, and biomechanical design in real-world outdoor conditions. Some prototypes already reach running speeds of 12 km/h, a brisk pace for a machine made of metal and circuits.
Beijing hosted the world's first half marathon featuring humanoid robots as they were running alongside human participants. This event not only showcased China's advancement in robotics, but also sparked fresh questions about the future of AI in our daily lives. In Beijing's Yizhuang district, history was made not just by humans, but also by humanoids. A total of 21 two-legged robots that participated in the 21.1-kilometer half marathon, running on a dedicated parallel track alongside over 12,000 human runners. These bipedal robots, developed by Chinese companies like Droid VP, Noetix Robotics, came in various shapes and sizes. Some of them were sleek and athletic, others were boxy and experimental. Supported by the teams of engineers and navigators, they ran, they stumbled, they rebalanced and rebooted, offering a glimpse into the future of robotics in real-world environments. And to avoid any mishaps, the organizers kept a divider between the robots and the human participants.
But running for over 21 kilometers is a whole other challenge. Engineers are working on shock-absorbing joints, custom shoes, and energy-efficient gates to minimize impact and prevent breakdowns. This isn't just a spectacle. It's a stress test for the next generation of robotic mobility. If these robots survive the marathon, it could accelerate the development of everything from prosthetics to warehouse automation. So what does all of this really mean? It means robots are no longer confined to factories, research labs, or CGI. They're entering our world, our homes, our sports, and even our combat arenas. They're sweating, learning, reacting, and racing. They're not just mechanical tools, they're beginning to mirror us. The good, the bad, and the terrifying. Some can't even stand yet. Others are lifting weights, breaking boards, and sweating like athletes. But each prototype brings us one step closer to the world where humanoid robots become part of daily life. So the real question isn't if they're coming, it's how far we're going to let them go. Would you let a Protolone vacuum your living room? Or would you unplug it the moment it twitched unexpectedly? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Would you trust a humanoid to fold your laundry or cook dinner? Or are you waiting for the day they organize their own rebellion? And if this made you rethink your place in the future workforce, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and stay locked into WebSpark for more updates from the bleeding edge of AI and robotics. Check out Judith Marketing for even more tech insights and AI business strategies that are shaping tomorrow's world. See you in the next one.